The football team has no name. The New York Giants fans have no shame. And it's been Batman forever since the Cowboys won the big game. You are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly. Welcome to the nest out west, where Eagles fans are always the best. I will always ride or die for this team, and when I'm gone, please bury me in green. Now I don't want to come off like I'm bragging, but I'ma bring the heat like an effing dragon. You can call me Fuego, aka Phillyzilla, coming to you like the Thriller in Manila. Lots of collabs and live streams galore. You're gonna love what I have in store. Giving you my all, I always will try. And just remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah. What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the nest out west. I'm trying to bring you the best place to come get shit off your chest when it comes to our Philadelphia Eagles. What's going on, everybody? I hope you all are happy, safe, and well, and able to watch this live stream, this double live stream, in a safe and peaceful setting. Rocking again on another Taco Tuesday, the last Taco Tuesday of 2021. What's going on, AK? How you doing, my guy?
Yo, what's going on, man? I am AK Eagles, remembering the name. Out here spitting facts. This isn't a game. This is Eagles football. Put some respect to the name. If you like what I say, hit that like and subscribe. And always remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you. How you doing? Welcome, everyone, to Taco Tuesday. I am AK Eagles, hanging out with my man, my brother, Philly Foothills. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And salute to everybody in the live stream so far. We really appreciate all you guys, all the FU crew, and the Phil Billies out there. Really, really love and appreciate each and every one of you. Gio from the 215's in the building. He said, let's effing go. Absolutely, Gio. Always respect to you. I want to collab with you soon. Maybe even start a podcast because I really, really like Gio. He's good. It's great. I want to get him on the East Meets West soon. We can do that, hopefully. Gio, I'm going to hit you up on Twitter, so check your DM soon. He's a blessing and rock the show tonight.
Hit you up on Madden.
There you go. You guys are going to do your, what do you call it? The Mutt teams? Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa Sora, what's going on, Papa? Another loyal subscriber and viewer as well. Jordy Fighter. What's going on, Jordy?
Hey.
Appreciate you. And we got Nightings in the building as well.
Nightings. Yo,
Yeah,
shout out to him, man, doing new stuff over there on his channel. If you guys can, please check his channel out. He is doing some new stuff over there and some really good things. So definitely hop over and check his channel out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh yeah, man. We did it. That was awesome. It was an awesome job. Definitely. And Nightings, I'm glad you're doing good things on your channel. You guys make sure you guys go like and subscribe to the Nightings channel. Definitely. Nightings, you're more than welcome to drop the link to your channel in the chat. No problem with that at all. And love it. He's been a very, very loyal subscriber from the beginning. He's been like Tone to Shields likes to say, he's been loyal from the soil. Absolutely. And I really, really appreciate people like that who really stick with it. Those are the kind of subscribers I'm looking for. Those are the kind of loyal people, the loyal Eagle fans out there, people out there that I really, really know that they're going to stick around, so much love and appreciation. Definitely. We got Late Night Massacres in here as well. He said, hey, what's going on?
What's good?
Appreciate you. Richie MC's in the building as well. Can't wait for Fuego and Gio. Hey, that's got a nice ring to it. It does. BLSG, what's going on, kid? How you doing?
What's up, BLSG?
Always checking in, always chiming in when we do the live call-ins like we're gonna do later on. So yeah, you guys stick around for that. Definitely, we're gonna do that at the tail end of the show here. But, Nighting said, "Love y'all. Thank you for the shout out." Yeah, definitely, man. Absolutely. that's part of why we do this too. To not only to grow our own content, to provide good content to you guys, but to also, to help you guys to spread the word about your guys' content as well, to help you guys grow your channels, to help you guys fulfill your dreams just like we are. So, I really love the community, and I wish I would have found it sooner, but I'm glad I did. Really, really am glad I did.
Listen, man, this is the way I look at it. You guys are there when we ask. It's only right for us to be there when y'all ask. So, whenever, however, you know it, man. We're here.
Not at all. Not at all, Nightings. You go ahead. You post it, man. Go ahead.
Go for it, bro.
Not at all. Yep. Yep. Loyal from the soil. I like that. Absolutely. Shout out to Tona Shields. You guys check out, if you ever want to have, check out a pre-game live stream podcast. We're live on both channels, me and Tone, usually an hour and a half before kickoff, right around there, hour and a half to 2 hours before kickoff. Do a nice little pre-game chat. So if you guys are ever, interested and you're on YouTube, definitely check us out on, usually on Sundays, obviously.
Yeah, it's good stuff that they do over there. Definitely go check that out. I'm in there every morning.
It's awesome. He is. Absolutely. What's going on, Jalen Williams? Appreciate you. Another loyal subscriber. Great comments. Great knowledgeable guy. Love me some Jalen Williams. Definitely. We now got rumors saying Eagles are in fact comfortable with Jalen. Hopefully that means we keep him. I hope those rumors are true. Definitely, because I think it's way too early to give up on this kid. We've talked about it a lot, and I don't know. I don't care what people say. I really consider this his rookie year. It's his first full season. He barely got to play last year. Last year was such a crazy year with everything that happened with Carson Wentz and everything like that. It was a different coach, a different offensive scheme. I mean, people just got to relax a little bit on Jalen. They've got to pump the brakes. Because even Patrick Mahomes, because what are people's biggest complaint right now about Jalen Hurts is that he can't read the field, right? That's one of the biggest complaints. But even Patrick Mahomes couldn't read the field for the first couple years he was in the league. He admitted that he couldn't, and look what he's become now. So we just need to be patient, like Aaron Rodgers said a few years ago, RELAX, relax, a little bit on him. Because I think we got something good we're brewing with Mr. Hurts. What do you think, AK?
Yeah, man. I've never altered my way of thinking about this kid. I tell you all the time, when he does stupid shit, I call him out on his stupid shit. When he does good things, I celebrate him for it. I have seen a lot of growth in him the last 5 weeks of him playing, over the last 5 games. You kind of see the more comfortable he got in the scheme, the more comfortable he feels in the pocket, the more comfortable he becomes with his wide receivers and tight ends. The more comfortable he is throwing to them. Like, it is all truly just being patient and letting these guys become one unit. They got to build camaraderie. They got to build a culture in that locker room. They're all young. This is something that they have to do as a young team for the next 10 years. So they want to establish it a certain way. And that we do have a good mix of vets and young guys on this team. I believe the only right thing to do is go with Hurts another year. I mean, what's it going to hurt? He hasn't done anything that bad that I can truly sit here and say I can't feel comfortable going in next year with him.
Right.
Yeah, okay, he had one game where he had 3 interceptions. Whoop-de fucking
one more year. The slogan should be, one more year, what's it going to hurt? That should be the
like what's it matter, honestly? What does it truly matter? We keep building this team up the way it should be, and hopefully Hurts sits there and he reaches the levels that he says he can reach. Because guess what? If he truly believes that he can reach these levels and he does, then hey, that makes us look really good for the next 10 years. But if he doesn't, then guess what? You still have draft capital for the future. You know, figure it out, move up, get your guy next year.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the year, in the draft or even in free agency, however you want to go about it. But he's costing you little to no money. And he is talented. You know, he's very athletic. You know, he doesn't just affect the passing game. He also affects the run game. You know, he's a huge – just his jersey on that field alone is a huge attention getter. You know what I mean? Even if he does not run, everybody's always watching him. So you don't get that with other people. So you got to give and take a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, to me, he's easily able to just go one more year. And he also is the Pro Bowl alternate this year. You know, you got to look at that as well. I mean,
it's all facts. I mean, I can't argue with anything you're saying. I agree with you 100%. Definitely. So, yeah, hopefully the rumors are true, Papa, and we appreciate you with the info because I hadn't heard that. But I'm going to do some research on that as well. We'll talk about it some more, I'm sure. But, hey, salute to the 12 people in the live stream right now. We got a dozen in here. So I want to take a second, as Papa just reminded me, a very sad occurrence happened today in the football world. You know, we lost an absolute NFL legend in Mr. John Madden. He passed away today, so I'd like to take, a few moments here. I'm going to do a 30-second moment of silence. All right, so we're going to start it right at the top here. So 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Hey, can't hear you, buddy. Can't hear you.
My bad. I muted it. So, hey, we definitely lost an NFL, legend today. And, he's a great coach. And he was a very knowledgeable and entertaining commentator. And from what I've been told I knew someone, like I said, I went to, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but Little Giants, I've told AK this, the movie Little Giants, the character in the movie Little Giants is somebody that I went to elementary school with. And he had the privilege of meeting John Madden making that movie. And he said that John Madden was very, very friendly, very, very approachable. And, I definitely take his word for it because I've heard nothing of the different. And, it's just like Papa said, very, 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 very depressing, to hear about John Madden's passing today. Your thoughts, AK?
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it is. Not only does the franchise Madden alone, hold his name up, but, I got the luxury of being a kid growing up listening to him commentate games, and it was really cool to be able to witness him as a commentator, and seeing him know the knowledge that he knows about this game. He truly was one of a kind, man. And definitely a huge loss to the NFL. Point blank.
Yeah, Gio. Yeah, it just came out late today that John Madden passed away today at the age of 85. Yep. Yeah, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, man, but yeah, definitely. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, John Madden. Definitely. We lost an absolute NFL icon, today. So sad one. He's out. He's gonna. I guess he can go up in heaven and call games with Pat Summerall now, because Summerall's been gone for over 10 years now, at least. I know that. Pat Summerall was his commentating partner, and yep, they're both up in the sky now, definitely. Yeah, so appreciate you guys doing that with us, and it's definitely sad news about John Madden. But yeah, so we're gonna transition into what we thought about this past week in the NFL. Was there any, just to start it off, AK, a little bit here, was there anything that really jumped out to you? Any games that kind of stood out to you?
Any what? Any games?
Yeah, any games this past weekend?
Oh, just all over the NFL period? Yeah, no, dude, the Texan game.
Right.
So yeah. What was it? The Chargers, right? They lost.
They beat the Chargers 41 to 20 something, I think. They beat them pretty bad. Yeah, let me pull up the let me pull up this thing right here right now. Give me 1 second. Should have had that up already.
Yeah, I totally forget what the scores are, man. That's what's crappy. I'm not prepared. I'm ashamed.
Oh, don't be. Yeah, so the let's see here. Where we at? 16. Yeah, they beat them 41 to 29. The Texans did.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Justin Herbert was 27 of 35 for 336 yards with a touchdown and 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
So,
damn the Dolphins for winning, but yay that they won, because it helps us playoff wise, Saints wise, but it hurts us draft pick wise. So it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't type scenario. But
I guess last night, if the Saints would have won, we would have jumped into the 6th seed over the Niners. I don't ask me why, but that's what I heard. But it didn't happen anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's we're still in the 7th seed. We have the head-to-head matchup over the Saints, so I don't think we have to worry about them too much. They're the walking wounded right now between injuries and COVID. I mean, they've had a hell of a year, this season.
Yeah, and then that was definitely my other one, Nightings. Dude, Joe Burrow putting the spanking on the Baltimore Ravens, dude.
Yes.
41 to 21. My God. 23 yards he had, something like that.
525. He was
525.
He was 37 of 46 for 525 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. That's a day right there.
Yo, Baltimore, you might as well just this football game. Joe Burrow came to play. He was not messing around.
Right?
Like, he was spanking those butt cheeks. He owns them. Like, he sent you home. That was sad, dude. Awesome for Joe Burrow, though. That's kind of what we talked about in the back, beforehand. That's why I kind of say what I say, because it's like, that team in general.
Yeah. Get you.
But yeah,
that one was definitely that one definitely stood out too. Because Joe Burrow had an amazing day. He obviously took advantage of a very beat up Baltimore secondary. They've had a lot of injuries on that side of the ball, and then in the secondary and things like that. So another one that stood out to me was, what was I looking at here? Let's see here. The the Bears upsetting the Seahawks.
Yes!
I thought that was a pretty big one. Yeah, because the Seahawks are at home. Seahawks are at home. They're expected to win that game. I'm sure they were favored against the lowly Bears, who have already been eliminated from the playoffs. So yeah, what were your thoughts on that one?
Bro, Nick Foles saves the day. Boom.
Right? Nick Foles, the Foles magic is that guy just seems to win when it counts. I mean, obviously they're out of it, but
yeah,
he just seems, when he comes in, he sometimes he just seems to get it. It's just it's that Foles magic, I guess.
Yep. Does not help Seattle any, but
right,
man, it just, it's kind of it. I don't know if I'm being just an asshole when I say this, but I love seeing Seattle lose. Like, I don't hate them. I just really love it when they lose. I've known some Seattle people living in Alaska. There's a lot of Seattle Seahawks fans that live up there.
Oh, I bet there is.
They're just really fucking cocky, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. And then when you get around those type of people and you see how their fans are, and then it just makes you really don't like them even more. So I don't dislike them, but man, it's fun watching them lose. What's up, Bird Gang?
Yeah, what up, Bird Gang? Appreciate you chiming in. We also got Grandizer 12. What's up,
Grandizer?
Checking in. Yes, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on both channels. We're double live tonight on not only my channel, The Nest Out West, holding it down out here in California for our Eagles Nation, but also live on AK Eagles channel, the Eagles Uncensored podcast. Make sure you guys are liked and subscribed to both channels. You got that notification bell turned on, and we would really, really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up on both channels for us, because it helps push that content out there more and more. And that's why I always say, you guys are the absolute food in the water to the channel. Without you, we cannot continue to survive and continue to provide you guys with this good content. So keep doing your thing. We'll keep doing ours, and we'll work together and really, really build this thing up into something. Let's see here. Give me 1 sec.
No, you're good. Get through some of them. That's fun. It always sucks falling behind.
I know. Birdman _951's in the building as well. What's up, my West Coast member? Appreciate you as well. Hey, man, I hope you're feeling better. My guy. Yes. Yep. Thoughts and prayers out to you. Hope you're doing better. Thank you, my guy. Yeah.
Just speaking of which, everybody,
they're going to be talking about Matt all week, the rest of the season.
Yeah, and no lie, man, just everyone keep safe. Last night I spent the night in the hospital with my son because he had 104 temperature, so we took him in. Ended up having the flu, so we got him under control. Yeah, so we got him under control. He's home. He's doing fine. We're good. But, there's a lot more than just COVID going around. So, COVID has taken a big impact in everyone's lives. We all forget about the flu now and shit. So, just stay safe, man.
Definitely, you guys. Yeah, wash your hands. Try to stay sanitized. Stay socially distant when you can. That way you won't get sick. It's I know it's the holidays and things like that, but just try to be as safe as you can. Definitely. That way, you stay healthy and start off 2022 on a good foot. Yeah, get better, Birdman. Thoughts and prayers out to you, man. Definitely. Get better soon. Get better soon, dude. Hope you're doing okay. But yeah, I mean, that was an absolute ass kicking the Cowboys gave the football team on Sunday Night Football. 56. They put up a 50 burger on them, 56-14. Holy cow, man! Good night. They put up 21 points in both the first and the second quarter. Good night. It was over by halftime.
Yeah, dude, that was very bad. Well, didn't they have a fight on the? Didn't they have a fight on the sideline too?
I'm sure they probably did. Yeah, I think you're right.
Swinging on somebody. Listen, this team is very dysfunctional right now. They are extremely pissed. They are a very bad way. This should be a very easy ass kicking. And now, granted, I understand we are probably down Howard and we're probably down Miles and we're down Miles Sanders, definitely. But we're probably down Howard. I guess we got Kerryon Johnson back. But, you know, we have Scott and we have Gainwell. So I understand. But listen, Nick has shown me so far lately he can figure it out. So I'm just going to still believe in him and hope to God he got this. You know, I think he will. He'll figure it out, man. You know, I'm going to just keep going with the way I've been going all year long. It has not failed me. Look at us. We're sitting here now where we're at. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, man. I'll ride with Nick. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm with you. Definitely. But, yeah, the game last night, you know, the Dolphins,
yeah,
they did what they were supposed to do. You know, they beat up on another team that's, you know, the walking wounded. But man, that's amazing that they've won, you know, 7 in a row. You know, people can say what they want about Tua, but he's getting it done. And, you know, he may not have the biggest arm, he may not be able to make some of the throws down the field and things like that, but and the way that they're playing right now, they're deep. You know, their offense that really doesn't have to do too much. The way that defense is playing, they're playing at a very, very high level, and you know they're going to be a force to reckon with in the playoffs if they get in.
You know, man, that really pisses me off right there. Who sat here and told you was a dark horse for the playoffs this year?
You did.
I did. Beginning of the year comes. These guys go to shit.
Yeah.
Instantly. I pull off that wagon. I'm like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going. This is bullshit. You're making me look bad. And now all of a sudden, you decide to win 7 straight. Does that to me, that still counts. Even though I pulled off, that still counts. You know, because, listen, any wise man would have pulled out at that point. Wow, that sounded bad. Pause.
Pause. Big pause.
Pause. You know what I'm saying, though. So damn you, Dolphins, for doing 7 in a row. I hope they do make it, though. I'll look genius.
Right.
Even though
No, Richie, that's good. They're keeping them safe. They're keeping them separate. That's the best they could do. You know, they're following protocol to the T, so that's good. They're probably doing even more than they should, or they're probably required to, I should say. But yeah, I mean that's all good to me.
Yeah. Whatever it
The
takes.
football
Man.
team has no name. That was for Nightings. Birdman said, "I'm not going to lie. Sanders and Howard maybe our downfall. Yeah, possibly. I mean that, but I think Scott Gainwell, and who knows, maybe Kerryon Johnson. When we have Jason Huntley on the practice squad too. so he may get called up. I think they might call him up before they would carry on. I don't know, possibly. Maybe they just sign carry on for emergency purpose. I don't know what they're thinking, but yeah, it's definitely going to be hard. I heard Jordan Howard has a stinger, right? But it's an injury that he's had before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, it's also the one that kept him out like 6 games, like that. So
right. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed, and maybe it's not as bad as that one was, because stingers can kind of vary. They can be. You could have a really, really bad one, like one he had. Obviously, the first one that lingered. You could have ones that tend to heal quicker. So I know he's a physical type of runner, so they're going to definitely want to make sure that's not going to be an ongoing issue. But hopefully he can get back sooner than later, because the offensive line is good, but I think it's definitely going to be challenging going forward without those guys.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Sports with comma, what's going on? He said, "What do you think would be the most favorable matchup for Eagles in the first round?" I say San Francisco right now. I mean, well, they wouldn't host a playoff game though, unless they. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Now, as it sits,
Right
now as it sits, though, it's Dallas for us.
You think that would be the best matchup for us?
Well, no, I mean that's as our standings and how everything is right now, 1 through 8. That's who we would play as Dallas in the first round. Right now, as it sits.
Gotcha. But who do you think would be the most favorable though, out of the options? So if right now, who has the first seed? Who has the number 1 seed right now in the NFC? Off the top of your head?
Green Bay. I'm pretty sure it's Green Bay.
Okay.
Because they only have 3 losses.
Yeah, got you.
And then after that, it is. Oh wow!
Wait, the Cowboys are 11-4. The Rams are 11-4. The Packers are 12-3. The Bucs are 11-4. Okay, so it's the Packers right now. Okay, so
yeah.
So with the 7 seed, so that means only the Packers would get the bye right now.
Yep.
So then either how would that work? Then the Bucs would host, and the Rams would host a game, and so would the Cowboys. No, there's not enough teams. How would that work? Let me see here.
There should be somewhere you should be able to see it.
Yeah, let me pull something else up here.
So what? Dallas is 3, right?
Yeah.
3 plays 8. 2 plays 7.
I thought there was only 7. I thought there was only 7 spots for the playoffs. Yeah, because that would make. Because then there would be 3 and 3. So.
Yeah, but there's 8 altogether. But.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I'm just saying it goes. Yeah. It's whatever. All I know is right now. Yeah, right there. Jordy said it. 2 is 7, 3 is 6, 4 is 5. Yeah. See, that's what I was getting at. 2 is 7, 3 is 6, 4 is 5.
Yeah.
So 2 seed plays 7, 3 seed plays 6 seed, 4 plays 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, to me, out of right now, out of either Dallas, the Rams, or Tampa Bay, I think our most favorable would be the Rams. The way that Matthew Stafford has looked the last few weeks, he's been turning the ball over at a pretty high rate. So I would say the Rams would be our most favorable matchup. That's what that would be my take on that.
I still am going to go with Dallas, dude.
Really? Even the way their defense is playing? You're not sweating them, huh? You're like Paulie. I don't sweat you. I don't sweat you, Dallas.
I think that's, in my opinion, if you're going to get the best out of your players, dude, that's the game that you need to get them out. I mean, it's a divisional game again, back to back. So I mean, listen, if you go into the very last week and you lose, okay, well then there's your redemption game to come back and even make it hurt more, because Dallas is going to sit there and start saying, "Oh, we're going to make it all the way to the championship," and blah, and then you go in and you just stomp a mud hole in them and you stomp a flame out and they're all pissed, or you win them both, or I don't know, but I think if you knock Dallas out, that's awesome. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I would love to see that. That would be freaking amazing, because it would be in their house. Obviously, it's always hard to win. Always hard to win in Dallas. So that would be amazing if that were to come to fruition, because they're obviously going to win. They've already won the NFC East and have secured a playoff spot. So yeah, they could possibly. Sports Bakama said Dallas is number 2 seed. Okay.
Yeah, we're 7.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So I got you too. Play 7. Yep, that makes sense. Got you. Richie MC said, "Cards are dropping fast. Eagles can still get the 5th seed. Early in this season, Cards boys, we all gave the Cards the advantage." Yeah, that was obviously before. I mean, the Cardinals had the injuries that they've had on both sides of the ball. Two big time players. J.J. Watt, they lost earlier in the season, and more recently losing D-Hop. So, people underestimated how much losing D-Hop was going to affect them.
I told you, man, I believe the Cards are your one and done team.
They may be. Definitely. They're looking like it now. Definitely. I mean, they got beat by the Lions. So they got handled by the Lions. So they're definitely looking very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Let's see here. Yeah, that would be pretty. Yeah, I heard somebody say that before too. I think it may have been you, Gio. And then now that we've witnessed Lane Johnson catch a touchdown, maybe we'll see Jordan Mailata run for a short yardage touchdown. That would be pretty freaking cool. See him plow over some people. He can do it too. He's quick enough. He definitely can. Put him on the goal line. Now that we don't have Jordan Howard, that may be something they consider. His body's definitely used to contact. He's a former rugby player, so I don't think they're going to be too worried about that. Feel bad for Zach Ertz, yeah. Well, he's gonna. I'm sure that they'll consider bringing him back. So they're gonna have a good team going forward. I'm not too sad for him. Rams got Ravens, 49ers, Lamar or Jimmy G at quarterback, so give the Rams 13-4 record too. Yeah, it's very possible.
What happened to Jimmy G? Did I miss something?
Yeah, Jimmy G's his thumb is jacked up. He broke. I think they said he's got a broken thumb and he tore something in his thumb too. Yeah, so they're saying they haven't ruled him out yet, but I don't know. I think you can pretty well consider him out, because last I checked, you need a thumb to throw the football pretty accurately. You know what I'm saying? Like, throwing a football without a thumb, I mean, you might as well not even have a hand at that point, because it's damn near. It would be damn near impossible.
Unless he's got ringers.
Right?
Womp, womp, womp. Anyway.
Were you gonna say something?
No, I was just reading the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got them going on with the lineman talk now.
Alana was absolutely trucking people in rugby. Yep. Get a trick play out of him. That would be amazing. Hell yeah. Why not? Why not? We're short on running backs. We need a power back. I mean, good luck tackling that guy. Lane Johnson is better catching footballs than the Giants receivers. Yeah. Heyo. I mainly just want to play Tampa because I live here and may be able to get tickets. Oh, okay, Papa. That would be pretty cool. A live Papa Sora from Tampa Bay Eagles. That'd be pretty amazing in the playoffs.
No, it is an art Nightings.
It is.
So it's just not something you can just pick up and just do automatically. It takes time.
No, I don't think he's.
I've been asking that same damn question, Richie, for the last 4.
The last I heard, he did have a minor neck injury, I think it was, but I don't think there's anything that's been too serious. Definitely.
No, it wasn't last week. He just was. He's just a healthy scratch right now, something like that.
Yeah, just
like
right. Just didn't dress. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Milt, what's going on? Yeah, R.I.P. Patton, definitely. Further AM, what's going on? Appreciate you checking in, my guy. That's a cool cat right there. Definitely, that's always a fun guy to talk to, and chop it up about some Eagles. Appreciate you checking in, Further. DLSG said there are some teams that use linemen as a fullback, so why not? So why can't we just Jordan Mailata? Yeah, why? I mean, definitely. I think it could be something that they consider putting in the tool bag. Jordy Fighter said Day has been a healthy scratch most of the time. Gotcha, Jordy. Appreciate the info. And they need to. I don't know. I don't know what they're waiting for with Tay. Don't know what's going on. Definitely, I'm going to have to hit him up on Twitter and see if I can maybe get some info. Papa Source said it's going to take Nelson getting injured and missing games for, I think he's trying to say for
Tay
Gowan to be active. Yeah. Adding said, I am trying to be a good quarterback, and honestly, it was way harder than it looks. Got to have the strength, the athleticism, and the measurables, the intelligence, the leadership. Yes, you really, really do. And I think Jalen Hurts checks a lot of those boxes. You know, he's right now the intelligence as far as at the NFL level, as far as reading defenses, definitely still needs some work. But I think that's definitely something that's going to get better as he gets more experience and just more knowledge and of how how fast the NFL, how the speed is, and all that. It's just I think it's just a matter of time with him, definitely. But it's. I mean, I was never a quarterback, but I can't even imagine. That's got to be one of the toughest positions in all of sports to play. Wouldn't you say, AK?
Yeah, man, it is. And I've never played it. I was wide receiver, corner, and strong safety. I did not even try for quarterback. My arm wasn't bad. It's just that's just not what I wanted to do. But I had a cousin who did play quarterback at it. So props to him. It takes a lot out of you. But yeah, no, Jalen, man, like for instance, that Rager screen that they did, if you go back and look, that was Jalen noticing the coverage and he checked out of it, and he checked to the screen because he noticed what they were doing. They were bringing the blitz and he checked to it and he got it to him, and it worked out. Like it just takes time. There's a lot of coverages that this kid has to remember, because even though it's a cover three, there's different ways a cover three can look, so there's many variations of them. And it takes a long time to remember them all. So it's just patience, man. He's learning. You can see it little by little.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely little by little. Absolutely. It's a good way to put it. Further AM wants to know, what's the oldest Madden game or video game experience you guys remember? As far as Madden game, I mean, going back to, when Michael Vick was first on Madden, running 100+ yard touchdowns with Michael Vick, end zone to end zone. So that's some of the fun stuff I remember. As far as oldest video games, I mean, I remember first hooking up the original NES and playing Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt for the very first time. I was that was pretty freaking amazing. And other ones that stand out to me is 007 on the N64. That was one of the original first player shooter games, and that freaking game was absolutely fun as shit to play, especially with your friends, because you could play the mode where you're trying to find each other and take them out. What about you, AK?
Man, I have played every Madden game known to man. Like I was born in '88. I grew up with video games. I mean, I had the Nintendo. I played Duck Hunt just like you as a kid. I played Retro Bowl when the football was a beanbag.
Yeah.
I have played every Madden, and I've got to experience it grow. And I even slapped in a Madden. I think it was like 07. Like a few months ago, just messing around on an old system. And I remember being that young kid playing that game, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And now that I go back and look at it, it was like, wow, these graphics are shit.
Right.
But back then it was so awesome.
You're like, hit stick, hit stick, hit stick, hit stick.
Yeah, and then when you think about it, it's like, oh, that's 07.
Right.
And this is 2021, almost 2022. And right. I'm sitting here saying those graphics are shit. Like, it's amazing how far video game technology has truly come. It really is.
Yeah. Definitely.
No, it was Jordy.
Yeah, Jordy Fighter said Vic in 04 was OP.
Yes. 99 overall Vic. Oh.
Yep.
You can do with that, man.
Right. AK, did you ever make yourself as a player on Madden?
Oh, many of times. Trust me, there's not a single person out there who's played Madden who has not done it. If they have said they have, they're lying.
Right. Now let me ask you, did you put all your things up to 99, or did you do it like what you actually thought you were?
Oh no, I did my stuff legitly. That's the one thing. If you ask Gio or Jordy, any of these guys that I play with, man, when I buy my Madden games and I play MUT, like I do the challenges to earn everything. I might buy a $20 pack here and there, maybe like one every 3 months, but for the most part, I play my game to earn my team, because to me, that's what I buy the game to do. You know what I mean? So, no, I definitely play to earn all my stuff, man, because that's what the fun part about it is.
Yeah. What's going on, One Trey Rock? Appreciate you checking in, guy. Definitely. Stick around, my dude. We're going to drop the link in a little bit. We'll have you on. Yep. Absolutely. If you want to join the show, anybody's welcome. Manning said you got video games looking almost exact like real life now. Yeah, you really do. That's facts. That's absolute facts. We got Payo Time in the building, LA Rams YouTuber.
Payo.
He said, who would win a game if Madden in Madden between Mike McCarthy and Pete Carroll. I'm going to say Pete Carroll would win because I think Pete Carroll he's probably has grandkids that play video games. So I think he had grandkids that are older that play video games. I think he may be more in tune with that. I don't know. That's just my guess. Who do you think? AK?
That's really tough, man. Like, for
Right?
instance, I mean, I'm sure Mike McCarthy knows what an Xbox is, but I'm sure he's probably never actually sat down and played one. On the other hand, I believe you are right. Pete Carroll would probably have played one, but I don't. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Pete Carroll too, man. It just Mike McCarthy does not seem like the video type game guy.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. He seems like more of a country guy. Like he probably has, maybe even has his own like ranch or something like that. He seems more like kind of a guy that likes to do stuff outside as opposed to being inside on a computer or a TV playing video games. Yeah.
He reminds me of the guy like sitting in his office. He has a fire pit in there. He has a cigar with,
yeah,
not a
sitting out by a bonfire, just chilling. Maybe sipping some
something.
Yeah, I can totally see that, definitely. But so speaking of coaches, that's a good transition. I wanted to talk about this with you and also everybody in the chat as well. Who do you guys think should be in the Coach of the Year conversation? I want to definitely hear you guys' opinion. Who you got as your top candidates for Coach of the Year? And AK, I want to hear from you on this. Who do you think should be in this conversation, my dude, and why?
Listen, I will say this. All right, I believe that Nick Sirianni deserves a nod, just a nod. Like, hey, props to you, sir. But he's not winning it.
Right.
So everybody can get that out of their image. I mean, if he would, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be like, oh my god, that's crazy. But it's not going to happen. But he does deserve credit where it's due. So I give him a nod. But if I'm going to have to give it to anyone off the top of my head, I'm going with Zach Taylor. The Cincinnati
Interesting.
Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah. I really like what they're doing in Cincy. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. They got T. Higgins there. They're starting to build, a pretty decent defense. They're lingering, but they're starting to compete. I'll have to go with Cincy, man. They've drafted some good pieces here lately, and the coaches are not letting it go to waste. So,
got you. Yeah. Okay. Well, one Trey Rock's chiming in. He said Matt LaFleur, Green Bay Packers head coach. He's got
definitely. He's in every year of the talk for sure.
Yeah, I mean he's they're very solid on both sides of the ball right now. They got obviously the boat, as Greeny likes to call him, in Aaron Rodgers, and decent running game, great receiver in Devontae Adams. Good defense, good secondary. Shout out to Russell Douglas. He's balling out, in Green Bay. So doing his thing. But Matt LaFleur is a good shout. I can't argue with that much as well. But my nominee for Coach of the Year, you guys may think I'm a little crazy for this one, but he's the coach that just said, he actually did something. He just accomplished something last night that no other coach has ever accomplished ever in the NFL, and that is Brian Flores of the Miami Dolphins. And the reason why I say that is because the Miami Dolphins started 1-7, losing 7 in a row after winning their first game, and now have won. They lost. They lost 7 in a row after winning their first game, and now have won 7 in a row. So they become the first team ever to lose 7 games in a row and then win 7 games in a row in the same season. So that's my argument for why I think Brian Flores should be in the Coach of the Year conversation. What do you think, AK?
Listen, man, I was gonna sit here and say, you know, does that technically mean because it's Coach of the Year that it has to be a winning coach? I mean, Coach of the Year to me is somebody who impacted their team enough to make change. You know, that to me is a Coach of the Year. So whether or not, you know, you're 12-4 or, you know, 8-8 or, you know, Coach of the Year is Coach of the Year based off of your, you know, your aura you give off to your team, how you reflect, how everything works, you know. So that's why I went with Zach Taylor, because he's making it work. That's why you went with Flores. And you're right. I mean, dude, I told you I stopped believing. I was like, nope, I'm done with Miami. I'm done. I don't even choose their games anymore. I'm that done. But they've won 7 in a row. I guarantee you, if I chose them this week, they'd freaking lose. So I'm not choosing.
Right.
But no, it's truly amazing how well he's done so far. And this is what I expected all along, to be honest. So, yeah, no lie, man. Shout out to him. That's truly an amazing feat to have. And, you know, for us too, because we have their pick. So,
right. I mean, we were getting excited when they started 1-7, but they've definitely have
right.
They flipped that narrative and are now 8-7. So that's pretty crazy. But thank you, Nina. Austin, appreciate you chiming in.
Yes, Nina, thank you.
Big Play Slay, what's going on? He said, I'm going with John Harbaugh. Hats off to him. They are 8-7 with 5 billion injuries, and they're still above 500. Well, so are the Miami Dolphins now. And I mean, as what AK just said, I mean, a coach that impacted his team to really, you know, turn things around in the right direction. Going from 1-7 to now 8-7, that's pretty damn amazing. You know, we have a great coach, I think, too, in the making, because we started 2-5, and look at us now. We're now 8-7. So, you know, he's doing some good things. You know, another nominee, I think, you know, you'd have to throw out there is Bill Belichick with what he's done with, you know, I know they're struggling a little bit right now, but what he's done with Mac Jones as a rookie, and you know, really got that team to, you know, be competitive again. So, you know, what do you think about Bill Belichick?
Oh man, I'm so tired of talking about this guy. I can't wait till him and Tom both retire so we can move on.
Yeah, hands down, Papa. And that's the bad coach of the year. He wins that award. Bad coach of the year. SG, that name came across my head as well. Andy Reid is another one. You know?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. Don't we expect to be great? I mean, when you throw Andy James Reid into that conversation for Coach of the Year, you know, with the team he has surrounding him, I expect him to already be great. You know, and you expect him to already win. That's what I'm saying. When I think Coach of the Year, and honestly, I know it's not thought of that way. That's why no one I choose wins, because it's somebody who truly impacts their team. Now, granted, I understand Andy Reid truly impacts his team, but they have a very talented team. But when you got people like Cincy, who's 8-7, or like you said, the Dolphins, who are 7-8 right now after
8-7.
or 8-7 after 8-7 after losing 7 in a row, and then winning 7. Like, that's being a very impactful coach. And I get it. John Harbaugh, he had all the 3 people go out with ACL injuries, all his halfbacks. But the Baltimore Ravens were also 8-3 at one point. So, I mean, it's not like they were ever hurting that bad. We expect the Ravens to do good because that's who the Ravens are. We expect these good teams, Tampa. So, to me, Coach of the Year is somebody like, for instance, Arthur Smith. Everyone counted out Atlanta. They were like, oh, my God, Atlanta sucks. They're going to be like having the second, third overall pick. Well, dude, they're 7-8 right now? Like that's an impactful coach. And Atlanta literally has nobody. So that's what I'm saying, man. To me, I look past the records a little bit, and I looked at more of who is more impactful.
Yeah, I don't know if the NFL will, but I mean that's our take on it, definitely. And so those are the those are the things, the different things that I like to kind of throw out there and talk about and debate about. It's always good conversation. Talk about things like that. So, yeah. And One Trey Rock chimed in here. He said Jalen Waddle has 100 catches on the season. Yeah, he's about to break. He's got a good chance to break Anquan Bolden's record. He has the rookie record for receptions in a year. So, yeah, Jalen Waddle is looking like the real deal. Definitely, he really is. I definitely have to eat crow on that one because I wasn't super high on Jalen Waddle coming out of Alabama, but he's doing his thing down in Miami. He definitely is.
Yeah, man. You get that kid a quarterback, dude. He's gonna
I can throw the ball over the top. Yeah,
dude, he's gonna be dangerous.
I mean, he should not be. Well, I mean, I think he's his. I already know. I don't even have to look at it. He's average. His per catch average is way below than it should be. With his speed and his ability to take the top off the defense and things like that, he should have way more higher of a catch, average than he does. I can already tell you right now.
Man, something, dude. I was gonna ask something, but I'm not going to because I'm not even gonna start that because I believe that's a road we will never come back from.
Got you. All right. So
it's an interesting road. Oh, it's really good.
You're teasing. You're tempting me now.
I'm tempting myself. What do you mean?
Right. All right. So you want to go ahead and drop the link now? Bring some people in.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yes,
all right. So Nightings, you definitely wanted me to shout it out, so we're going to drop the link right now into the chat. And anybody that wants to come on, you guys are more than welcome.
I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. All right.
Bathroom break.
Potty break.
Mountain Dew's kicking in.
It's running through them. All right. So let me do a couple things here. Show. That one. And we got our first guest backstage. I want to welcome in. He's always one of the first ones in the chat. He's always one of the first ones in the backstage with the live streams. Big time Eagles, Sixers, content creator, BLSG. What's going on, my dude?
What's going on, Foothills? How we doing tonight, brother?
Pretty good, youngster. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing the same thing.
Good,
My
good.
Sixers got the dub tonight, so let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Let's make it even sweeter.
Nice. Go
Yo,
Sixers.
what's good, Reek? What's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming in, man. And listen, dude, the first step to recovery is admitting your flaws, and you are on your way, my guy. Appreciate you for stopping in, brother.
Reek, appreciate you. Definitely. Thank you so much, dude. What do you say? Let me tell you something.
That's what I said.
What's going on?
That's your
Reek?
first step to recovery.
Well, the first step is getting over denial.
Jordy, how you doing, brother?
Not bad, all things considered. How you guys doing?
You know, dealing with the sadness of the loss of John Madden today, but you know,
Yeah, that was so sad, bro.
other than that, you know, pretty good. Nightings, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's going good. I'm just chilling. How are you, AK and Fuego? How you guys doing? Well, sorry, Foothills. Sorry. I still
No, you good, brother?
you
You
go
probably
by
go either way. It probably don't matter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it don't matter, brother. It's all good.
Potato, potato. It is what it is, man.
Pajama. Exactly.
nice.
And we got BP. We got
Bananas
BP.
and bananas, another way to look at it.
Up, Slay.
Big play Slay.
What is going on, man?
What's up, youngster? Nephew's in the building.
How you doing? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What up, AK? What up, Nightings? What up? What up? What up, Jason Tatum, meat writer? Not playing.
Hey, let's not remember, you're still in the first stage, getting over denial that you're a Lakers fan.
I'm playing. Hope y'all having a good night, man. RP John Madden. RP John Madden.
So I heard the Lakers are going to open up their own nursing home soon. Crickets.
A crow, damn. That's how
The Lakers only keep the Rockets
I can't
by
even say
single
anything.
digits.
Man, I can't even say anything.
Next
got
thing you
it.
know, they're gonna sign.
Don't beat the Rockets by
Elliott
single digits,
Smith.
bro.
LeBron's about to sign a new deal, a new endorsement deal for walkers.
Send Simmons to LA.
No, he's gonna do the Brett Favre route and sign with Skechers step-ups.
No. He's gonna take over. He's gonna take over for Shaq in the Icy Hot commercials.
Do the copper fit. Do the copper fit sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Does
the
your
way,
joint
Jordy,
pain bother you day in and day out?
by
Slip
the way,
this
Jordy,
over your knee.
Oh
I
my
take back everything I said about Bo Nix, Jordy. I never said any of that. He sucks. Now I'm
Thank
playing.
you.
There's
Yo, all
Papa.
I know is
There's
like
Papa
you
Toro.
talk all that shit about the Lakers. All
He said they were gonna win a ring. Where is it now?
and tell me, Jordy, how do you feel now?
I mean, the Celtics ain't that much better, so I'm not even gonna complain.
Well,
we're
that's
still
not
better.
the question that was asked, and that is not what's on the table.
Why are you avoiding the question?
What's going on? I think hopefully you haven't.
No, that's not what's on the
Don't avoid the question.
Yeah, stop avoiding the question.
I don't know what you're
Young
talking about.
Patawan, what? How do you feel?
Yo, who's this AK guy, bro? I've never heard.
Shame.
Who's that?
Shame.
You can't
A
avoid the
wise
question.
man once said, "You done."
Fucked up, AA Ron.
Imagine not knowing who AK
Who's
is,
AK?
bro.
This is AK.
Yeah.
Just wait. If he keeps avoiding the question, Florida man down there is gonna come up and.
Yeah, that's right. There's Florida man.
Here we go again. Hold on, Florida man.
Yo, I
Yeah,
want to
you.
play a clip right quick.
Put Florida man in the middle.
Wait, we got the perfect clip of Big Play Slay to summarize what he said about the Lakers.
This is oh, we just got this just in. This is MK's reaction to the LA Lakers this season.
Why does he laugh like that?
With his mouth, dumbass.
Why do you do? Why do you do the things that you do?
Yeah.
Because I have life. I have more life to come.
And BTS, why are you a Lakers fan when you're an Eagles fan, my guy? You should be.
How dare you question
football.
Mitchell's life?
I'm
How
playing.
dare you question his lovable laughter, you
Who
uncultured
are
swine.
you?
Burn this man. Burn this man at the stake.
Did Jesus Christ himself come down and touch you, Big Play Slay, in places he shouldn't have and award you man in the fucking box or something?
You're definitely going to hell. You're going to hell in a handbasket.
Who awarded you to judge Mitch like that? Fuck out of here, man.
Here I was thinking I was going to get us canceled. Whew.
Right?
Yeah, usually it's Sora that jumps the
Right?
line.
Hey, I'm following his narrative.
I'm
boys.
just playing. I'm just playing. Actually, you know what's crazy, dude? Is
No,
I
it's
was
too late. They already
smiling this
booked their
whole
ticket to
time,
hell.
trying
It's
not
too
to
late.
make it, trying not to let the smile come through over my voice. I was smiling so hard. I was like, I hope he knows I'm kidding. If not, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I did know you were kidding. But
Okay, cool.
yeah.
So guys,
I
I want to
wanna-
get your guys' take on the running back position right now. Are we worried? Are we concerned? And I want to start with the bottom, Papa Sora. I want to hear from you first.
So, as mentioned earlier, we did sign back Carry On. It does look like Howard will be playing. It obviously sucks. Sanders is out yet again. Because you can tell even he's getting frustrated with this shit. So yeah, it sucks. I wouldn't say I'm too worried about it though. I feel like, obviously they brought back not Howard, what's his face? Fuck. Johnson.
Right.
For a reason. So I feel like he might end up getting elevated if need be. If not, then I think that's kind of a sign that what's his face? Howard is playing. So not too worried about it. I'm more worried about my cholesterol than the running back room, but that's just me.
All right, we'll leave that to your doctor. But Big Play Slay, what about you?
The doc kept saying turn my head and cough. Next thing I knew, my doc ended up on the 5 o'clock news. It was weird.
That's wrong. The wrong appointment. That's the wrong appointment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, if Howard doesn't play this game or if he does play this game, I won't be worried at all because now you just signed Johnson and you still have Jalen Hurts' legs with Boston Scott and a twitchy and a fast Kenneth Gainwell. So I'm not really that worried. I feel like you can get those aggressive downhill backs. And we just signed one today with Kerryon Johnson. So I'm not really that much worried. And we also have the twitchiness of Boston Scott. And as mentioned already, we have Jalen Hurts. And the last time he played them, his legs kind of scared them a little bit. And you can tell Washington isn't good with home quarterbacks. So, yeah, I'm not really that worried. Papa Sword, let me talk about
I'm sorry. I had to laugh at what AK said.
All right.
The family company.
What did he say?
Look at the private chat.
If
Look at the private chat.
There are a lot of Johnsons in there.
Nighting. I want to hear from you about the running back position right now.
All right, my bad. Okay. All right, I'm good. All right. So basically, okay. I want to say kind of because obviously Sanders is out for the game against Washington. He's going to be in I don't know. I've lost track of time. 5-6 days maybe. So basically, it was reported Howard had a stinger. Can somebody tell me if he's is he questionable to play? Or?
I think he's a game time decision.
Yeah, he's a game time
decision.
Yeah.
If I read it correctly, the MRI came back positive, but it's a good positive.
Yeah.
So that is something to take in consideration as well. But you obviously know the signing today of Kerryon Johnson. This is the second stint right now at the Eagles. He's in the practice squad right now. He's not been activated yet. But also we have Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott. I do not know their injury status is right now, but I'm pretty sure they're good to go. So our running back room is pretty big, and honestly, I really like it. And there's a lot of replacements we can take in for replacing Sanders. And Howard isn't even out yet. It's a game time decision. But I'm still kind of worried because if Howard is out, that's really bad for us. Even though we got the good replacements like Gainwell, Scott, who I've been really liking this year, and of course Kerryon Johnson. And I don't even know if he'll be activated. So I hope that answers it. I think because at the same time I'm not that worried, but at the same time there's something to worry about. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
You hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Somebody
You
say
did.
head.
Awesome.
Fucking perv.
No, but
Listen, somebody was gonna make that joke. I had to make it before them.
Yeah, I almost said the same thing.
Yeah, see, I'm my co-host.
I should have known better. You're right.
And let's not forget too, we have don't
And
we
this
still have
is when he knew he fucked it.
we still have Jason Huntley on the practice squad as well, right? As a
Yeah, we
running
do.
back.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so yeah,
I think personally, you have a guy like that.
we definitely have some depth.
I don't know, man. If I got one guy I want to see, you might as well start him and see what happens. It's Holyfield, man.
I don't.
Thank you.
He's
Calling for
no
that all
longer
year.
with us.
I don't think he's with us.
He's not with us.
He's
Like,
He's on Cincinnati last time I checked.
Oh, he is? I thought he was on Ravens.
I thought he was still on a practice squad.
No.
No,
He didn't even
He's
make the
been
team.
gone.
Yeah.
he never
Well,
made
then never
it.
fucking mind.
Ah, I didn't mean to break the news to you like that,
I
but I'm sorry.
retract my statement and I go with my official one.
All right, so
Sorry, buddy.
we'll go to SG or we'll go to SG next.
Okay, we got the commercial up.
I think you skipped Jordy.
Yeah, you skipped Jordy Foothills.
Yeah, you skipped him.
Skip
Oh, he's gonna go after you.
No.
It don't-
Oh, okay. I got you.
He's just some young guy.
Yeah, I'll go and then you.
AK jumped the gun.
Yeah, skip the Celtics.
Somebody jumped the gun.
Skip the Celtics.
Yeah, I'll go and then.
I'm gonna take gun.
I'll go and then you can go to Jordy. Yeah,
Don't
my
make Papa Store
thoughts.
Plus 12 gauge.
Hey, chill out. Yeah, my thoughts on the running back position. I mean, it's not going to be the same without Sanders and Howard, but in terms of how worried I am, I'm not really that worried because, I mean, we still have Kenny Gainwell, we still have Boston Scott, we still have Jason Huntley, and we just got Kerryon Johnson, and we do have a veteran running back, and we'll have to see what Kerryon Johnson has left in the tank, which I think he does have a little bit of it left in the tank for us to show what he's got. So we do have a veteran, and we do have some young ones like Jason Huntley, Kenny Gainwell, and Boston Scott. But it's not going to be the same without Howard and Sanders. But let's just hope these four do just as good as what those two, Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard, do originally.
Yeah, Elijah Holyfield is currently a member of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, he's a Bengal. Yeah, I figured.
I
He's a Bengal.
understand.
Active roster or practice squad?
Probably practice squad, I would think.
It doesn't say. I think he's on the practice squad.
Well, we can just
Give it
match
up,
him if
Jordy.
we really wanted
He's
him.
on the fucking
Right?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Bring Holyfield to Philly again.
Please.
You'd be like, why the would I come back?
Hey, there is one guy out there that you should want.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad. He's on the practice squad.
And he is available, and I think he's a free agent. Josh Adams.
I was just thinking that.
You could bring Josh Adams back.
That's an interesting
That
name.
is
I don't
exactly
think Josh
what I
Adams is doing a single thing right now.
That would
He
work.
was with the Jets, but I think
thought he
they
was
let
with the
him go.
Jets.
They,
I think
he
they
left
let
the
him
Jets
go.
and he hasn't really touched an active
Oh, did
roster
they?
since.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could bring
Now-
Josh Adams back pretty cheap.
Now that you stole AK or Jordy's thunder, let's hear from
So
Go ahead.
I'm not really worried. It's a situation that is going to play itself out. It's kind of already played itself out. Sanders will take up a roster spot and will miss at least a game or two. Okay, fine. You've got the guys behind him. But if the Stinger does what the Stinger did to him last time, I'd rather just place him on IR right now and then move Carry-On or Huntley up. In all honesty, I'd rather just send someone down, call both of them up, and then use Huntley as a little bit of your speed back, and then also put him in at returner because Jalen Reagor ain't it. But that's a whole nother topic. But there shouldn't be much worry, at least from my point of view, and this will play itself out. We've got multiple talented young running backs in that running back room, and we'll see what Nick can do with it because he's done some things before with what he's got, and there's not much reason to doubt him right now.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to depend on the status of Jordan Howard going forward, but if we have him, even going into the playoffs, if we do what we need to do, take care of business and make it in as the seventh, or even possibly we can make. I've been reading we can make it up to the 5th seed. So if Jordan Howard's good to go by the playoffs, I'm not going to be too worried about it at all. And I think with the cast of characters that we have right now, and then we added today Carry-On Johnson, so I think we're going to be fine. I really do. I think our offensive line can open up holes for a lot of different running backs. It's just a matter of getting it done.
I want to make another honorable mention to fill another void there at halfback. Jalen Reagor.
Yeah,
I was thinking that.
He plays like a running back, honestly. I'm not even going to lie. He plays like one.
Yes,
Use him.
We need to. I would totally agree with that, AK. And we could just we could literally steal some plays from San Francisco. The way that they've been using Deebo Samuel. You know what I'm saying? They've been using him the exact same way. And he's been tearing it up because he was a running back in high school and a wide receiver. So I like that idea.
Well, this is the way I looked at it, man. Is the whole point is Reagor is deadly with the ball in his hands. But the issue is getting the ball in his hands because he has an issue catching it.
Right.
Well, then hand it off to him. If you hand it off to him, he instantly has it, and then just let him run. If that's what it's about, then that's the best way to get production out of this kid. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I literally look at what they're doing exactly with Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. Because even back in South Carolina, back when Deebo was in college, that's what they did. They did jet sweeps, screen plays, and little just slant dump offs.
Yep.
And Deebo was successful.
We gotta use him in that wildcat formation. Like wildcat, you can use him with slants, pitches,
right,
end arounds. You can use him in so many ways. You could put him at the running back position. I think you got to put him in that wildcat because you want to get him out into open field by giving him those yak yards. But you have to use him on like those small pitches and then give him the ball and he gets the open field.
Yeah, and I'm tired of seeing him, try to do, jet sweeps and things like that. Just get him some plays where he's actually, playing the running back position. I don't think that's that bad of an idea at all because it like AK said, you're eliminating the problem. His problem is catching the football at times. So you eliminate that, you get the football directly in his hands. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yep.
So no argument to seeing Reagor take some snaps at running back at all from anybody. I take it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you get him going.
Plus, then maybe Fizzle will finally be happy on Twitter.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier in the chat. What is anybody opposed to seeing Jordan Mailata take some snaps at fullback?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Especially in the red zone, goal line situation.
100%.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he would be fine. think his body is used to, his body is kind of adapted to a lot of physical contact, playing rugby for so long. And rugby is a very, very physical sport, and they don't wear pads at all. So, I think he'll be just fine.
I mean, there's so many guys that you can get out into open field on this team that are just physical, dominant, especially.
Yeah.
But you can also use a guy like Rager out into open field because they've kind of played those positions before and they kind of know how to attack you. So, yeah.
Could you guys imagine if they put Mulata as an extra receiver, right, and then they run a screen pass with George Mulata?
You might have just created an idea. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. That might work in the NFL nowadays. And you got one more extra lineman to block for him where he's at.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Hey, look, nobody's gonna bring him down. Let's be real.
It's gonna take a multiple guys to bring that house down. That's for sure.
Wait, what play did you say?
Damn sure.
What were you saying? Like about
Nightings, yeah. So I said it. Imagine they just kind of like they not like that. Not like that play, but put Jordan Howard in as an extra, lineman, as an eligible receiver, and then run a screen pass with him as the receiver.
Honestly,
Rumble.
I would do that at like the 3-yard line. If we're there, if we're at the 3-yard line, I would just throw them a screen right there and block for him. That would be a really good idea. Honestly.
Good luck,
man. I've thought a lot about this, and there's one dude I want to shout out that I want to see play more. That man is Greg Ward. Okay. Listen, this kid has been with us for 3 years. We have called on him numerous times, and he's always showed up. He's always been there. He's always caught the footballs when we needed him to. And we always then just kind of throw him under the shelf again. I think time and time again we call on him, and he always delivers. He deserves a fair chance, man. And I want to see Greg Ward in the slot, and I want to see what this kid's got. He does what you ask him to do, so I think he deserves to let his talent seen.
Yeah.
Good point.
Definitely. Because he's a competitor, and he's not the type of guy that's looking out for his own self. He's a team player. He's looking to run through guys as opposed to running out of bounds, and that's the type of guys that should be getting more reps. He's a pretty sure-handed receiver, and if guys like Jalen Rieger are having issues catching that football, then he should be in that spot instead of him.
Yeah, I think we're missing a true possession wideout. Personally, I just want someone like a Drake London in this draft, where I think he's like 6'3", 6'4", around there. He's very tall. If you just throw the ball up to him, he's gonna catch it, and I think that's something we're missing. Jalen Hurts likes to do that a lot. He wants a guy where if you throw the ball up to him, he's gonna catch it every play. Not literally every play, but you know what I'm saying. Like in the red zone, just throw it up to him, and you get a touchdown right there. And that's something I really feel like we're missing.
No, I 100% agree with you. I do. I'm talking just for right now.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I mean, you got to think about it, man. Like I said, this kid over the last 3 years since 2019 has played for us, I believe. He's out there for Carson Wentz at the end, making catches whenever we thought, we had nothing left. He was out there this year doing it. He was out there last year doing it. And you know what? Somehow, some way, we still tuck him away. And you don't hear him say anything. He keeps his mouth shut and he keeps working. And to me, that right there, that deserves a lot of, compliments, because in a way he does deserve to be out there, because when we do call on him, he does answer. you know. So he does have an argument there, but I know he does have a lot more to develop. I know his route running could probably do, some cleaning up, but I mean, the kid has hands. He catches the balls when they're thrown his way. So I don't know, man. I just believe we have something there. We just need to see it more.
Yeah, he got some reliable ass hands.
Yep.
He kind of reminds me of like a Danny Amendola, so to speak. A little dude, 5'11", but he can make some amazing catches when need be.
Wes Welker.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Avant,
yeah,
Jason
exactly.
Avant was very reliable, and he was in Philly too.
So, Papa, I want to hear. Do you think we need a vet wide receiver?
Yeah, I've been saying I think we need a vet wide receiver. Whether it be like an Allen Robinson or a Chris Goodwin. Thank you. As much as I love Quez, I don't know. I kind of see him as like that fourth wide receiver, kind of what the Raiders are doing with Deshaun Jackson right now.
I agree.
Swap him and Rager out constantly, and then you have Smitty and Goodwin, whatever, Chrissy boy on the outside.
Godwin.
The only reason why I struggle with their name is his name is because literally I went to high school with a chick who was Goodwin.
What?
It's the opposite of that.
That's her name? That was her name?
Well, that was her last name.
Good.
Her last name was Goodwin, so instead of one O's like Chris, she had two, and her name was also Caroline. So they both were C. They both started with C, and they both had basic. They were just missing an O.
I got you.
But yeah, I can definitely see bringing a vet on and then just switching Rager and Quez out.
Gotcha. All right, Jordy, what do you think?
Maybe the vet is the big body wide receiver, like an Allen Robinson.
I got you. Yeah.
The Darius Metcalf, no player. Go ahead.
Jordy?
I said it all. I said it at the beginning of the year. We need a veteran receiver. Greg Ward's the closest thing we have. We don't give him field time. Well, get somebody you're going to give field time. It's been a problem since day one. We don't have a veteran leadership in the receiving room. And Moorhead's not where he should be with coaching these guys. He was an NFL wide receiver. He does know a little. He knows something. He knows what to do with these guys. He's just not doing it for whatever reason. And that's part of the reason why we need a veteran leadership. It's time. Howie loves to get those veteran guys everywhere, but receiver, time to finally get it. If it has to move somebody out, that's fine. But we just need somebody. Because it's not going to work with no veteran receivers. And Greg Ward, as much as I do classify him a veteran, he doesn't have the experience of someone like an Allen Robinson or somebody like that. I mean, and I'm going to hate to say this, what if Alshon came back for at least a year just to be a veteran guy in the locker room? Not to play, but just to be here. Or Djax on another 1 year after he leaves Las Vegas inevitably. Why not?
I mean, if it's a cheap deal, possibly.
I mean, it's been like that forever. Like Hurts, even in his time with Oklahoma and Alabama, and even last year when he had the chance to play with Alshon, whenever he has a possession receiver, he just loves throwing the ball up there. Alshon, what do we consider him as? A possession receiver, a guy where you could just throw the ball up to, jump up, and you know he's going to get it when he's actually healthy. And I think that's something we're missing. A guy where Jalen Hurts, he can find him down the field. He tried that last year in that Cardinals game and in that Saints game. And both times, Alshon caught it. So I think that's what we're missing, like a true possession receiver or a true jump ball guy.
Got you. All right, Nightings, what do you think?
All right, well, everybody obviously knows our wide receiver core is really young. You got Devontae Smith, obviously a rookie. Jalen Rager in his second year. I believe Quez also in his second year. Correct me on
Yes.
that if I'm wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
you're right.
So, I really love the young wide receiver core and, of course, the potential that comes with it. But at the end of the day, I have to agree too. You have to get a big name, veteran wide receiver who has the experience and can genuinely play. I'm not saying our wide receiver core right now can't play on the field, but you need somebody with that experience to get on the field with the young wide receiver core. So I think that's why we need to get one. And like you said, Allen Robinson and Chris Godwin are people to look out for. I don't really know Allen Robinson and Chris Godwin's contracts right now, but they're running out. Then we should look at both of them and we should make a move because even though the young wide receiver core I really like, it's just it's just incomplete. It needs somebody with experience, and I think it needs at least one person with experience on that core, and that's why I think we need to get a veteran wide receiver. So,
Got you.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
With you.
So, I mean, Robinson and now Godwin, he's going to be coming off, an ACL tear. So they're both have had injury issues and things like that. So I want to hear from the newcomer in the building, Jay Milt. What's going on, my guy?
Jeez.
Milton. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Appreciate you joining the panel.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you know it. Yeah, man, we definitely need a veteran wide receiver. I've been saying that since week one. I just think, they don't even have to get on the field, just that veteran presence in the locker room just to tell these young guys how to carry themselves and what to look for, Then you have that veteran wide receiver telling you what they're seeing, and then you automatically got Slay on the opposite side telling you, you know what I'm saying, how to do this, how to sell the DB on doing this or whatever. I mean, I think it's only going to benefit them. Now, if we get to a situation to where, Howie's putting his finger in there like, oh, we need this guy to get on the field and he needs to get touches, then, that's just going to set us back. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think a veteran wide receiver can only help.
I think so, too. And I'm going to throw a name out there that none of you guys have mentioned so far, and he hasn't even played football this year. And that's Larry Fitzgerald.
I was thinking about Larry. I was thinking about him. I mean, hell, he could be like wide receiver coach.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
That'd be a great idea, actually. I would love that.
What about, and I know this might sound like not like what we want, but he's a good player. Michael Thomas.
No.
I knew you were going to say no. So y'all go. The rest of y'all.
I like it. I mean, I just think, once Drew Brees was done and he got his money, he was like, I can't do nothing here, so y'all need to get rid of me.
I think he's just too much of a drama queen. That's why. Like, he will ruin the chemistry with us. He'll ruin the chemistry.
What's up, fellas?
So, what up, one Trey?
Trey in the building. What up?
What am I
doing? How everybody doing tonight?
Good, sir. Appreciate you joining us.
Man.
What are your thoughts on the wide receiver core right now with the Eagles, and do we need to sign a vet wide receiver in the offseason?
I feel like we should sign a vet, but the wide receiver core we have on our team right now, I feel like they should stay together and grow together, to be honest. I feel like, honestly, we're not using our wide receivers to their best ability at this time. We already know who the focal points of this offense is. When it comes to the passing game, is Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like it should be a little bit easier to scheme a Quez Watkins and a Rager open just based off the fact they're not the focal point of this offense. Quez Watkins can get open. We've seen it time and time again. They either missed on it or Hurts didn't see him. So it's like, I mean, Nick Sirianni got to put it in his quarterback head that you have other weapons. And then I feel like this offense would be a little bit more potent.
I got you. Yeah, I feel what you're putting down, definitely. And yeah, I mean, Quez has definitely struggled at times to get open. He wasn't really even that open on that 50-50 ball that Jalen hit him on that big play this past game. Jalen just saw a one-on-one opportunity, and he threw the ball up, and Quez made a great play on that ball. He out jumped the defensive back, and it was a big play for us down the field there. But SG, my guy in the corner, haven't forgot about you, my dude. Want to hear from you too.
Yeah, I definitely think we need a vet. Even though these guys are kind of starting to get it together and find their relationship with the quarterback, if they want to be like the best that they can be, I suggest that you get a veteran wide receiver, because the veteran wide receiver, whoever that would possibly be if the Eagles were to get one, they don't even have to be on the field. They could just be like on the sideline, giving them a few pointers and really just help them out to become better wide receivers and be eventually some of the best wide receivers in the league.
Got you. Yeah, I like that. I like that take, definitely. And yeah, I think we do need to add some veteran pieces, and yeah, very very possibly at the wide receiver position. We're gonna see how this year kind of pans out, and hopefully, like my guy AK here was saying earlier, we can get Greg Ward Jr. involved more in the offense, because I think that could just be another weapon, another tool in the tool bag for Jalen Hurts in this offense to use. So it's just a matter of finding ways to get him, involved in the offense, things like that.
I think they would love to get Greg Ward in the offense. It's just how many slot receivers we gonna have on the field. It's like, right. I mean, that's the hard part of getting Greg Ward on the field, because now you got to put a rigger out wide. You got to do a whole lot of different stuff with the offense to even get a Greg Ward on the field. It's like he's not an outside receiver. He's gonna be in the same spot every time.
No, what I would do, Rock, in that scenario is I would play Ward in the slot, and then I would use Rager as the way they use Debo and
like the motion guy, playing him on the backfield.
Yeah, and
like
use
that.
him and even use him as a halfback to hand off to him as well.
Wildcat formation. Yep.
I agree.
But because the one thing that I was saying to these guys is our issue isn't about Rager having the ball in his hands and being effective. We all know when he has the ball in his hands, he can make shit happen. The point is getting the ball in his hands. Well, let's make it easy.
That's the big thing right there.
If you can't catch it, well, then we'll just hand it off to you. And if you can, and that's literally just a second. So as soon as we hand it off to him, boom, just follow your lineman and let it go. See what happens. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Personally, man, I think everything that I said Quez Watkins should work on to coming into the NFL, he kind of has worked on that. The only real thing that he has trouble with is trying to be corners that play press coverage. And I think he has worked on that in the last 2 years. And you can see that he's growing more and more. I think he plays more of a receiver that could just beat you with the speed. And his separation has gotten a lot better. He's like wide open down the field, streaking down the field sometimes, and you just don't even realize him.
I agree with you, big play. He opened a lot, man.
Yeah, man, he worked on a lot through the draft, and I don't know why he went in the 6th round. He should have been way earlier in the draft.
Bro, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm all about patience. I'm all about letting these wide receivers develop. All right, I really am. But I won't lie. I do believe also, like I said, Slay, having him extended another 3 years, one, you don't get trapped in a long-term contract, and 2, hopefully, he keeps performing the way he does. But he's very knowledgeable for our young wide receivers to help them develop. But I believe if you bring in someone, and I'm just going to put this one out here because we haven't talked about it, I actually low-key like Emmanuel Sanders. I believe if you brought Emmanuel Sanders in here, man, to be a vet to this young core, help them learn, he'd be a solid number 2 on the outside of Smith to just help bring them along a little bit. You know what I mean?
You think Buffalo lets him go with the connection he's had with Josh Allen? I don't think so.
I mean, he's been signing 1-year deals everywhere he went so far for a minute now.
It just all depends, man, on Buffalo, what they look at and what they want. I mean, but if he's available, hell yeah, man. I would love to have Emmanuel here.
Yeah, the big thing is they've got Isaiah McKenzie, Gabriel Davis. They've got a lot of young guys there, and they need a veteran wide receiver as much as we do. So it all depends on if they want to keep him.
But they got Stephon Diggs too. He a veteran.
Yeah, but Diggs isn't Sanders. I mean, they both play a similar but different game at the same time.
I think Rashard Higgins is a free agent too this offseason from the Browns.
Higgins. It's T. Higgins.
No, not T. Higgins. Rashard Higgins from the Browns.
From the he can stay where he at. He buns.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this.
Rashard Higgins like the fourth receiver on the depth chart when Odell was there.
Yeah, you talk T. Higgins. Yeah, you talk T. Higgins trade. I'm all about that. But you talk Rashard, I'm out.
I'll take T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. I'll take any one of them.
Yeah, I'll take T. You want to talk about a trade with T. Higgins? Okay. What do you want? We'll talk. But
I'll take your entire stock.
I will love to have T. Higgins on this team, bro.
The only thing I hate about trading for receivers and stuff like that, they always suck when they get here. I don't understand why. Anytime they come to Philly, they suck. They be good everywhere else.
It's like whenever we sign corners.
I would just
that's because of coaching. You have to blame that on the coaching. I think.
Well, see, that's the thing. We got to get Moorhead out of here, bro. No lie, Moorhead's got to go. Like, I have not seen the development from year 1 to year 2 with Rager through Moorhead that I want to see. And if that's the case, man, get somebody in here who can make that shit happen from two to three. You know what I'm saying?
It's that, but it's also what they've been teaching these receivers the last couple of years with a guy like Doug Peterson, and before that we had Chip Kelly. Those coaches don't teach the receivers anything. I think Sirianni actually teaches his receivers what to properly do and adjust when they have to play press coverage corners or man-to-man corners and how to beat them one-on-one in one-on-one situations.
None of these receivers were here during.
No, I'm saying
before
that. I'm saying the receivers we had before that, like Jordan Matthews.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but I'm talking literally right now with what we have with Rager, Watkins, and Smith. Out of these three, Moorhead has had Watkins and Rager for 2 years. Now Watkins, granted, I give more Watkins being Watkins on his own credit because he did. You saw the hard work he put in the offseason. You know, he actually went out there and put in the work. So I give him credit for getting better on his own time. But Moorhead has not done shit with Rager, dude. Like, he really hasn't. And that's my concern. So that's why I said you need to get somebody in here who's going to bring all of these guys. You know,
when
you can already.
Honestly, I don't think it's Moorhead. I think it's just Rager.
His confidence.
No, it's Moorhead.
I was about to say,
I
what
think
if he
Moorhead
just
needs
can't
to
be
go.
coached?
I honestly think he should go too. But when it comes to the Rager case, I don't think it's Moorhead. It's like we get what 1 to 2 probably explosive plays out of Rager like every 3 games.
Yeah,
but it's like he can't catch the football for this dude. He can't make him run good routes. It's like we see the same bull crap out on the field that everybody else see. I don't think that's a Moorhead problem. That's a Rager problem.
His confidence is not good at all. Like, he's a little too soft. I feel like he looks at what the fans say on Twitter and stuff a little too much. And for
I feel like he's scared to get hit, to be honest.
It's just confidence, man. That confidence has shattered him.
But I mean, look at how Smith has developed this year and what he's done so far, and that's under Moorhead. And if we truly think Moorhead is really not the answer, and we can get better, I mean, shit. Just imagine how much better Smith's going to be under somebody who really knows what they're doing. That's my point. Like, I'm okay with giving Rager some more time, especially if we bring someone in, because you know what? Sometimes you have to find a certain special someone to bring out a certain side of someone to make them really good. And maybe there is someone out there who can actually reach Rager. We don't know that, but maybe our next one can, and who knows? Maybe they'll get something out of the kid. But until then, dude, you really need to tighten up this wide receiver room. Like we still need weapons. That is, even though our offense is still decent at this point, that this is truly our weakest point on our offense. It's our wide receiver group.
Can I ask y'all a question though? And like this is an honest question. I'm not trying to dump on dude or nothing. Do you think our weapons will look better if we had a different quarterback that could actually throw the football?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think personally in that Cowboys game, if Hurts could have slightly got the ball to Rager, like next to his back shoulder, that would have been a touchdown where Anthony Brown had that interception. If he just threw it slightly like to the back shoulder, that would have been probably a touchdown. But I sometimes you have to fault Jalen Hurts. I think it can be Jalen Hurts' fault here and there, but it could also be Rager just not catching.
No, because we dump on our weapons all day, but it's like, I mean, we got to look at the other side too. I mean, you actually got to get the football to these guys for them to make plays.
You know, that I like to call that a slap and tickle question. Because you're really slapping me in the face but tickling me at the same time, because you're right.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious.
That's kind of weird.
It is weird, but in all honesty, you're going to hear why it's great. Because, listen, you're right. We had a guy that had an arm like Justin Herbert. Probably a lot of these deep passes would have been a lot better because of the fact that you have a more confident person throwing the ball deep. And we all know that Hurts is not a confident deep passer. He can throw deep, but that's not his strong suit, you know? And so that does come with arm strength, though. That does come with comfortability. And that also comes with time. So when you sit there and you put it all together, do I think he can develop to be a decent downfield passer? Of course. But that's going to be something he needs to do, you know, and he talks a big game. And that's why I said, if he can be everything he says he's going to be, then, oh my God, we're set up, bro, because he talks a really big game. And as long as he has that desire to be the person he wants to be, then, I mean, I'm all for it. But yes, you're right. And then the slap part is because I love this kid so much, that's the part I hate, because he can't make those deep throws. So that makes me question him sometimes. You know,
like
because
he just not consistent with it. It's like,
and that's the thing. I think he doesn't trust his arm strength, you know, and I think he truly sits there for a second longer and thinks, can I make this throw? And then he just decides to do it anyway. I think he just needs to wipe that element away and just let her rip, you know, like don't even think twice about it. You're seeing him do that because he's thinking twice, you know, and then when he releases it, it's already too late because he's already 2 steps ahead of when he should have released the ball. And that's why they're getting underthrown, because he's second guessing his deep ball. Because he knows he can't throw it that well.
Yeah, he see it. It's just he wait too long.
So that's why I say it's a slap and tickle question. Because yes, exactly. I would love for him to have a Justin Herbert arm, because if he did, no questions asked, do I believe this offense would be a little better, and do I believe these players would even play a little better than what we see them playing now? Of course, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I kind of wish he had a Joe Burrow deep ball arm. That's what I wish he had, but he doesn't.
But I mean, you can make the same question for Seattle. You can make for Ravens, like Herbert arm with the mobility and stuff that Russ has, you know, or does they wish Brady had Russell Wilson's legs with his smarts and capability? God, could you imagine if Tom Brady could scramble and actually run with how good he is?
Like a Lamar,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
like imagine that. If you could give Tom Brady Lamar Jackson's legs, oh my fucking God.
Look at
you're dead.
I can't even imagine him running like that.
That's my point. I'm sure.
To be honest, the way we
have
running this offense right now, to be honest, the way we running this offense right now, I feel like this one it would have fit Wentz more. You get me?
I agree.
Oh,
I
of
agree a
course, yeah.
lot. I agree a lot with that statement. I agree.
I 100%.
Because we know he not scared to throw it down the field
Nope.
at all.
No, I 100% agree, and that's why I said I in a dark way, I hate it right. Oh my God, if Wentz was in this offense, probably so. He would be wow. But I'm not thinking that way because he's not here, and Hurts is my quarterback.
I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, Jordy. You go ahead.
So the way I look at this is it's situational for both the quarterback and the receivers. When you've got a jump ball receiver that gets no time on the field, you've got a receiver with brick hands who gets passes the worst times, and so on and so forth. There's struggles, but there's also times where it would be better to have someone like a Herbert in the pocket that is willing to launch that deep ball, or another gunslinger. At times, it's better to have somebody who's more experienced, like a field general. Now, I know this is the first name that pops into my head, so don't butcher me for it. But
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. But like Derek Carr is another guy that is a big field manager. I mean, you can even bring a lot of backups that come in for a couple games just to be a field general and manage a game. At times, that would be better because they're quicker with progressing through their reads and they know what to do and they know where to go in most situations. And at times, it'll open up the playbook for them. But at times, it's also great to have Hurts' mobility. Does he second guess himself and at times his clock's off and he'll scramble way too early or in a good pocket? Sure. But every scrambler has that problem at times in the NFL. So it's all situational. And it all depends on how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I agree.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, and I saw this on Twitter, and I want to get each of your guys' opinion because somebody asked an honest question. If this was, and I know this is irrelevant, but it is a funny question to think about. If this was Jalen Hurts' rookie year, would we all be having this conversation right now?
Probably not.
Or would you be willing to say, all right, we have something here. We're going to move forward with it?
That's the thing, because he has us at above 500 now and in playoff contention. So,
and he's winning football games.
Right. If he does that his rookie year, I think we would be blown away.
And we see the fact that's the thing, though, that I was going to mention, but I was going to let y'all finish. We see him improving every week. Every week, the man's improving.
I look at it like this.
While he may not have the deepest arm now, he's improving.
Right.
Given the offseason, if the game is slowed down for him, that's going to be a scary sight.
Mm-hmm. He's winning.
So are you guys?
I want to hear Rock. I want to hear Rock. So
go ahead, Rock.
No, I was saying I look at it like this. Rookie year, second year. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's like some dudes are just going to be who they are. You get me? So, I mean, I don't feel like it's that way with Hurts. I feel like he's willing to learn. He's willing to get better. But I feel like, when all else fails, he's going to revert back to the same Jalen Hurts, to be honest. I mean, the coaches going to have to protect this dude. I feel like he's doing great right now. I mean, with what they're asking him to do. But once you get, it's going to be situations, you're going to be a good, in-season dude. When the playoffs, you're going to have to learn how to throw that football. Because, you're going to run into them good defensive coordinators that's going to take that running element out of the game. And you're going to be forced to beat dudes with your arm. I've seen him do it. He can do it. It's just where his confidence level is. Even next year, the year after that. You only can improve but so much year by year. You get me? So, right. I'm rooting for the dude. It's just, I'm not opposed to bringing somebody else in here either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's consistency for you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, consistency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Rock, are you concerned right now with Hurts not seeing the field?
I mean, if it all depends on how we feel as like a fan base. You get me? It's like, is we comfortable with just making the playoffs, or are we trying to make some noise in the playoffs? Because if we trying to make some noise in the playoffs, he's going to have to be a better passer than he's been this year. I
Right.
mean, he's going to have to step it up a whole nother notch because there's some plays you just can't miss. And he's been missing them a lot on a consistent basis. It's like we seen the game against the Giants this week. It looked all good and all that in the second half, but it's like we playing one of those dog teams. We would have got blew out in that game. We got
I
blown in
understand.
that game. We went a whole 2.5 quarters without with 3 points.
You
I
know,
mean,
but
it was
I
a good
believe
thing
our
we was
noise is
playing Jake
already.
Fromm.
Right.
I believe our noise has already been made, though. We've already made it known and stated our point. You know, I mean,
By
you look
beating
at
up
it now.
on
We don't.
bad teams, that's not making it known. That's
We haven't
playing
beat
who on
him
your schedule.
this year.
No, I know, man. But if you think about it, though, too, a lot of people had us rate exactly where the Giants are right now. You know, a lot of people, like even the the pros at all this bullshit. You know,
True.
on ESPN and stuff, they had us with 4 wins this year.
Yep.
Like no one had us doing
A
anything.
lot of people said we were going to be the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to me, you've already made your statement when you're sitting in the 7th seed at this moment.
Gotcha.
Like everyone counted you out, and in the end, you're sitting there and you get the last laugh. Like your noise has already been made. Like
Yeah.
we're laughing now because you counted us out, and in the end, we're here. Whether or not we win one or just competing alone, you've won. Considering because of how everyone counted us out. There was no one at all anywhere but us in here every day saying we believe. And everyone laughed at us. We were the only ones that believe, man. And now look at it. You won. Whether you win or lose, you've already made your statement. And now you just keep building for next year and the year after that. And you don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
but your statement's already.
how we look right now. I mean, it's fine. You get me? We got a great game plan. We going in. We executing it effectively. But I mean, in all honesty, the way it's looking right now, we probably gonna be playing the Cowboys. How confident do y'all feel going into that playoff game, knowing all we really could do is run the football? I mean, we gotta be honest with ourselves too. That's all we really can do effectively right now is run the football.
No, I feel you, bro. I feel you. And you know what? It all depends on who we have at that point, you know, is how confident I will feel in that game. And we'll know that when we get there. But you know what? If my guys go out there and they leave their heart on that fucking field, and even if we lose by 3 points, I'm satisfied with that because you know what? My dudes tried.
I'm satisfied with it too, but
Through
I mean,
all
it's
the
great.
bullshit,
It's great. We
lost
made it in the playoffs. We made our draft pick a little bit higher, but we did all that for nothing. I'm trying to go in here and win. I'm not trying to go in here and be happy with a loss by 3
always the
points.
win, man. Yeah.
All right, let's hear from Papa on this.
No, I mean, like I said, we've seen this man improve. We've seen him go through many different coaches. We've seen it slow down for him, and this shit takes time. This isn't something that happens overnight. We've seen it with what's his face? Drew Brees. You even mentioned it earlier with Mahomes. That was his biggest trouble. So it definitely it takes time. Does he look the best now? No. Can he get better? Absolutely. The main question, or not main question, the main thing is, or that I ask myself when it comes to should I be worried, is do we see him improving? Yes. Is there somebody I would rather grab? Personally, no. Because you look at the free agent QBs that they've talked, forget about like in trade because that has to give up draft picks right now.
Right.
And then in the draft, you just be resetting everything. Because right now, every rookie in the draft probably has more problems than Jalen does right now. So, no, I'm not concerned. If anything, and I dropped my phone, if anything, I'm more impressed because earlier in the season, he did not look like this. So, again, I've mentioned this 100 times. We have seen this man improve. And as an Eagles fan, as somebody who supports Hurts, you love seeing that. You love seeing him improve. You love seeing him get better. I mean, we saw him, even the comment that he made with the miss about Goddard. I couldn't follow half the shit he said. That man is intelligent as hell. The man's going to understand the game. The man's going to be great. No, I am not worried.
Got you. All right, let's hear from Jay Milt next.
I mean, I'm gonna just second like 99.9% of what Papa just said. I'm not concerned about it. Sure, would I love for him to be throwing it all around the yard? Of course.
Right.
I think we'll get there eventually. You got to understand, young QB, young quarterback, solid offensive line. Like, so you don't have to worry. Like, once he's fully starting to trust the offensive line, he's able to stay in the pocket. He only ran twice in the Giants game. Like, when I saw it, I was like, nah, let me go back and watch the tape. No, he only left the pocket twice, like legitimately to run. Maybe his ankle's messed up, or maybe he's just trying to develop as a passer. Either way, I'm good. And then when you look at the free agent market, who's gonna be better? Like, who is significantly gonna be better?
Right.
There really isn't anyone who offers us that dual threat in the free agent market, honestly. And I think that's the best way, unless you're gonna be Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, and be able to, be a surgeon with that ball in the pocket. You have to be able to escape and be able to throw on the run. And with us being a dominant run team, he's exactly what we need. So I'm not concerned about it. I'm great. I'm happy to see his development, and I'm eager to see where we're gonna go.
Got you. I like it, Milt. All right, BPS, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I agree with what Milton said. Right now, Jalen Hurts is winning football games. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Yes, he has a lot of issues, and I've seen some of the same issues he had at Oklahoma and Alabama. He has poor vision, and he sometimes gets too limited with his passing, and he understands that, and he has struggles to see the field, and I understand it as well. And he's also a one-read quarterback, but you can improve that. There's a lot of things that he can improve on. But if he's winning football games and he's improving game by game, that's all I want to see. Next year, there's no reason why he shouldn't play much better. But this season, he's winning football games. And I get that it's bad teams. We're beating up on bad teams. But he's doing what he's supposed to do. Win against the opponent put in front of you. And that's what I wanted to see. But I still think he needs to get better with his vision. He just doesn't see people down the field. But I think you can improve on that.
Yeah, I think those are all coachable things, that can improve in time and experience, things like that. Jordy, what do you think, my guy?
Now, I'm not mostly concerned. The only thing I really am with is mostly coachable stuff, with the reads and certain things like that, and finding when and where to scramble at times and how to do it. My only problem is with the clock in his head and how or when he'll scramble at times and certain aspects to it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You can teach a quarterback to scramble, but you can't teach him how to have the mindset of a scrambler and really be there like a true scrambling quarterback. I said it with Book in Notre Dame. I've said it with a lot of different guys that have come in and out of that college, some guys in the NFL. You can try to make them scramble. You can show them how to do it. You can show them all this, but you can't teach how to play. You can't teach a mindset. You can't teach them how to have the ticking clock of a true scrambler. You can't. You can try, but it's not going to work. So I think part of it's a mental game and trying to better himself as a scrambler, but part of it's just it's got to come naturally or it won't. One of the two.
Yeah.
And we'll see where that line's drawn soon.
Yeah.
And they don't teach you that in college too. So they don't teach you to like throw the ball and get to your progressions and reads. They just teach you to like take off when you don't have that first read. That's something they should teach these college quarterbacks.
Yeah, I tell you this, his decision making at times definitely is questionable. That definitely needs to improve, especially when he's throwing into double coverage, deep down the field, and things like that. You know, he made a really nice throw into a really tight window that was double covered this past weekend. I think it was to Quez Watkins, or maybe it was Jalen Rieger on a on kind of a post out route on the sideline. There it was a really nice throw, but you know he's made multiple throws this year that I can remember where I'm scratching my head going, why would you ever even think about throwing that football? I mean, it was just bad. It's just like the one that he forced to Goddard that was intercepted at the beginning of the New York Giants game this past weekend. You know, just throw the ball out of bounds or just run out of bounds, one or the other. You know, more than likely just throw it out of bounds, live to play the next down, and don't turn the ball over. Don't try to, you know, like Jordy said, don't try to force things that aren't there. You know, don't try to force a round peg into a square hole. You know, so
I'm not gonna beat up on the guy though if he's winning football games.
no, I'm not beating up on him at all. I'm not. I'm just saying there's obviously things that he can improve on, and I think these are things that, especially with seeing the field and stuff like that. I mean, Patrick Mahomes admitted that he didn't see the field for the first couple of years of his career. So, you know, it's something that's going to come with time. But I want to hear from SG next on this. My guy, what's going on?
Yeah, in terms of this situation right here, I'm not really too concerned about Hurts because when you have a young quarterback like Jalen Hurts, it takes time for them to develop, and this just Hurts' first full season. It may take them 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but you know what? That's okay because they're still going to continue to learn, and they're eventually going to be a big-time star in the NFL. That's perfectly fine depending how long Jalen Hurts takes. But if we get to the playoffs and if we do that led by Jalen Hurts, it's going to be a whole nother level, and we're going to have to see where Jalen Hurts takes us. But at the end of the day, I'm not really too concerned about Hurts seeing the entire field because he is young and still learning, and it may take a few years for him to develop and get better at reading the field and trying to find the right receiver to throw it to. So really I'm not that concerned, but it definitely will get better going forward for Jalen in his young and upcoming career.
Got you. And last but not least, AK, you got something to add on there?
Well, no, I'm just tired of hearing people say about our schedule, man. You know, people saying about, well, we're playing terrible teams. Well, you know what? We don't make our schedule. You know, we're given our schedule. It's not our fault who we play. It's not our fault that they're terrible. You know, so no excuses. A win's a win.
Definitely. We're all NFL teams. You know, we're all professionals. And, you know, if certain things happen, injuries, sickness, you know, that's out of our control. You know, we play who they put in front of us, and, you know, we go from there.
All I want to do is win, no matter what. And Jalen is doing that now playing.
Man,
all right, so the next question I want to ask the panel, and we'll start with AK. Should Z-Mac get some reps over Nelson at cornerback? What do you think, my partner in crime?
You know, and I know it was just the Giants, but listen, I was quite impressed by Nelson this past weekend. You know, he seemed to be right there when the ball was caught. He made contact with him right away. He's actually been playing some pretty decent football here the last 2 games. So as long as he keeps doing that, I'm okay with riding with Nelson. I don't know if it's just him finally starting to get comfortable or what, but hopefully he continues doing what he is doing. But no, I agree. If we are blowing a team out like we were this past weekend, I'd insert him within like halfway through the third, especially if we're up by like 21. See what the kids got. Get some of these young guys out there like Tay Gowan and him and Vincent Jr. and all them, and see. Let's see what they got, man. Get them some playing time.
Yeah. SG, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I could definitely ride with Steve Nelson. Like AK said before, I definitely agree with him on what he said. I could ride with Nelson, and I was impressed with Steve Nelson this weekend in terms of his coverage and the way JG was really honestly treating him in terms of the way he was playing his corner. And if he can keep doing that, I can ride with Nelson for probably the remainder of the regular season, unless if he somehow screws it up. But I wouldn't be surprised if Z-Mac gets some reps. But if he does get reps, I don't think it's going to be over Steve Nelson. I think they either will split or Z-Mac will go ahead and just take a couple reps and probably in garbage time too, because we saw that against the Giants when we were blowing them out, and we saw young guys like Jalen Williams, Z-Mac. We saw, I think, Kerry Vincent Jr., I think, was in there. Anyway, we were seeing a bunch of the young guys, and if Z-Mac gets some reps, who knows? We could possibly see him as a future corner on our team.
Yeah, it's very possible. Jordy, what do you think?
I think it's possible because looking at what Nelson's done this year, a lot of his games have just been meh. He's had the occasional good game, a couple bad games where he'll get burned badly, but most of his games to me just look meh. I mean, we brought him in to be a rent-a-corner for 1 year. I mean, if the next game goes as a blowout or we pull ahead late and we keep a decent-sized lead, there's nothing to lose. Put the young guys in, especially Z-Mac. And you may see a little bit of Gowan and Vincent Jr. and
Josiah Scott.
And there's somebody else who keeps jumping on and off the roster, Mac McMillan, who, if he comes back to the roster, I don't know if he's on or not. I don't think he is. But you may see more of those guys depending on if Tay and Vincent Jr. are healthy scratches or not, because they like to do that with them. But if we have that happen and then we have a last week where we're just chilling and we're in a playoff spot, then you'll probably see a lot more of them that week. But right now, anything can happen. Nelson's spot's definitely not safe. I mean, he's probably going to leave after this year anyway, so why not? You got nothing to lose and everything to gain from it.
Got you. PS?
Personally, I like Zach McPherson as a corner, and I think that's something you want next to Darius Slay. He's very tall. He's really good in coverage. I think he bites on a little too much routes, but that's something I want to happen next to Slay. I want someone like that next to Darius Slay, someone who actually wants to bite on a interception that's coming their way. We'll look at what happened to Rasul Douglas. That first year, that second year when he was with us, he bit on a lot of his routes, but he kind of progressed through that. And that's something I want next to Darius Slay, someone who actually wants to take an interception when it's there, because they're not going to go to the Slay side. So they're going to throw it to your side. And if McPherson wants to get interceptions and he's very turnover heavy, I want someone like that next to Slay. I think he kind of can be that in the future too. We learn some patience.
Got you. Like it, nephew. Jay Milt, let's hear from you.
I haven't been thoroughly impressed at all by Steven Nelson. I feel like every time I hear or see a big play given up, I automatically assume it's him. It's
You're looking for that number 3.
Yeah, I'm like I could turn away from the TV. It was a 15-yard gain. I look up. I bet you it's Nelson. I bet you it's Nelson. I mean, and I think with Jonathan Gannon's system, you need cornerbacks who are willing to bite, and not just stay back Like I feel like he loves you want me to play off and just give him 7 yards and let him catch it and then tackle him? Yeah, I can do that. No, man, get in there and make a play. You know what I'm saying? Like force something to happen. I would love to see, you know what I'm saying, the young guy come in, get him off special team. I mean, you know what, keep him on special teams and let him play, you know what I mean, defensive snaps too. Just to see what he has outside of the practice field, which is what we don't get all access to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I want to see, Zach McPherson on tape covering somebody. So I'm all for it. And I mean, I don't think Steven Nelson is here next year anyway.
Right. So we might as well see what we got. Get him some reps, get him some NFL experience, and see what we're gonna do. Make some decisions in the offseason. But like you said, I don't see Nelson back in Philly next year. So let's finish this question up with one Trey Rock on the bottom. What do you think, Ron?
At this point, you just rock out with who you got there with. I mean, Steven Nelson hasn't been playing the best, but he hasn't been playing the worst either. So it's like, I mean, if God forbid an injury happened or something, Zach McPherson would be the first one out the bench. But as of right now, you rock out with the guys you got there with. I mean, I like him. I like Zach McPherson. He's real feisty. He's competitive. All of that. I mean, he can get got too. I seen him get got a lot of times too. But I mean, at this point, you just rock out with the guys that got you there. And I mean, if anything that happened, then you throw McPherson in. I'm not that down on Stevie like everybody else is. I mean, he gave up not his fair share of plays this year, but also Darius Slay has. Rodney McLeod has. Harris has. All them dudes gave up their fair share of plays. I don't feel like he's been playing horrible. So I'll just keep him in. And if anything else happened, then the McPherson will come in.
I got you. All right.
Yeah, but Slay is only allowed one play in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, something happens to Slay. You get what I'm saying? Slay never really allows that shit to happen.
Nah, Slay was getting that ass bust too this year.
Yeah, but he also could get a lot of interceptions too. So y'all know I'm gonna depend my guy Slay, man.
I remember that Chargers game.
But what did he do the entire game though? He locked him down. Okay.
He was getting cooked.
What? That was one play though.
It was more than one play.
Name another play.
He got cooked by Williams on a 45, then a 50-yard joint. He got cooked by the tight end. He got cooked by a couple people. Keenan Allen was cooking him all game. Bro, you can't have selective memory though, big play.
Keenan Allen was in the slot that game. They put him in the slot and they put him on Avonte Maddox. They don't put him on Slay because they like to flip him around to.
We'll have to go back and check the game tape on that one.
Yeah, you can go back and check it.
I'm telling you, man.
That's why it's in the atmosphere because you could go back and check it. He was getting that ass bust. Yeah. We ain't gonna lie.
We'll check it definitely. So Rock, while we got you on the mic, Rock, score prediction for the football team. Give us your closing comments and let them know where they can find you.
I mean, I feel like this game. I don't feel like it's gonna be easy because. I mean, when you got a powerful coach like Ron Rivera, man, he gonna get them dudes pumped up to play. They just got fried this week that just passed, embarrassed. So they gonna come out here, they gonna have some kind of demeanor, a little bit of swagger to them, ready to try to put it to us. So I don't think it's gonna be as easy as how the Cowboys game was. We still win this football game though. I don't feel like they score over 20 points on us. So I'm gonna go. Football team 14, Eagles 20-27. We pull away late in the game, but it's gonna be a dogfight the first 3 quarters. Oh yeah, y'all can find me, man. One Trey Rock 215. You can find me anywhere: YouTube, Instagram. I mean BGN Sports Network. One half of Birds on the Line. I mean it's your boy North Philly finest. Let's get it.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Trade you, Rock.
Trey out there getting that money. I see.
Yeah, Trey to go for real.
We got everybody. What's up, Vic 3? Better late than never, my guy.
Nah,
Yo,
man.
you
Good, Vic.
scared me, bro. You scared the
I
hell out
actually
of me.
made a big ass dinner and just woke up and noticed you were on. I was like, what the hell? I passed out on the couch around 9:30.
Well,
Made some
hey,
homemade mac and cheese.
nice. That
That's when you
sounds
know the
good,
food good.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Vic, what do you think? What do you think's going to take place this weekend? And give us what your thoughts about what's going on right now with the possibility of not having Howard. Obviously, we're not going to have Sanders this weekend. And what are your thoughts on the signing of Kerryon Johnson before we get out of here?
Yeah, signing Kerryon Johnson this late in the season is a little worrisome. We thought that earlier in the season he would be our number 2 guy. He hasn't played all year, so I don't know how much you can expect out of him. I'm pretty sure they just bring him in here to have an extra body. It might even be because of the fact that we don't have Howard or Sanders. It could be Boston Scott. You got Kenny Gainwell, and I don't know who else on the practice squad that's not on the COVID list is available. It might just be Kerryon Johnson, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Huntley's out there. I don't know his status on COVID. That's why I
He's
don't know if
okay. He's good to
oh,
go.
if he's okay, then I don't see Kerryon being used in this game. They're gonna have to give him about a week or so to get acclimated. But as for the game, yeah, I think it's gonna be all us, 31-17. You're gonna see Jalen Hurts perform. This defense is gonna come out. Let's be honest. This Washington defense is gonna come out. They had that little stuff on the sidelines. Everyone made a big deal about it. They're basically the laughing stock. They're going to come upset. That team's going to, bond for, last 2 games. They're going to want to show out for the last 2 games. I hope we don't take them for lightly, because we've been doing that in the past. We've been taking teams for granted, and that's why we had those horrible first halves. We got to get on point from the beginning of the game to the end of the game.
Got you. All right, let's go to Jay Milt next.
They got put across, the Cowboys put them across their knee and just showed them,
Who their daddy was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, who was in charge. So they're going to
Right.
come out. Ron's going to have those guys fired up to play. We can't allow them to get up and get that confidence. You know what I'm saying? We have to go in, start strong. We can't start slow. It won't be a repeat of last game as far as, us starting slow. So I think we have to come out strong. We got to get up early and make them catch up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think their offense can catch up, but they can stay in the game, if you know what I mean. So I'm looking at the Eagles to probably like 28-13. I think it'll be a really good game all around, and I'm just ready to watch some more football and see us go into the playoffs, man. I really think we got a solid opportunity to, in not only because at this point we've doubled our wins. Now we can go up, +2, maybe +3 on those, and nobody gave us a chance to do anything but be the laughingstock of the NFL this year, and now they're like, oh wow, look at the Eagles. Oh, is Jalen Hurts is the guy, this and that. And I'm like, man, miss me with that. Where was all of this at? You know what I mean? 10, 12, 13 weeks ago. Miss me with that. I don't want to hear none of that. Like, keep all that over there. And then you can find me. I mean, I don't really create content, but Jay Milton from Jersey on YouTube, Mr. Keep It Cool on Twitter, Xbox. I'm just around to talk good Eagles football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well said. BPS, what you got?
Yeah, I don't want to take this team lightly. Washington, they just got manhandled, slaughtered, everything imaginable. They're
gonna be pissed off.
They got destroyed against Dallas. So I don't want to take this team lightly.
Dallas put up 21 points not only in the first quarter but the second quarter as well.
Yeah,
42
the game
points
was over 13 minutes in.
Good God.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
You get it. I'm gonna go with the Washington football team by 3 points. I'm gonna say 26-23, Washington. I'm probably gonna be the only person that says that,
Oh
Here's
no,
why.
you got
man
you got
out
to
of
rule
here.
out
Kick
No,
big
no.
this
play.
Here's
man
why I
out of
say
here.
that.
Kick
Here's
him
why I
out
say
of
that.
here.
You got to
Here's
rule
why.
out big play.
Explain your
You
word.
You
you
gotta
gotta
go
let
on
me.
that, Slay.
You
You
gotta
ruining
let
the
me
vibes,
explain
dog.
myself. You gotta let me explain myself. The last time we played
30
Washington,
seconds.
we didn't cause any pressure against them, right? Garrett Gilbert didn't look the greatest, but he also didn't look terrible. He looked like a second stringer or a backup quarterback at most. I didn't think he played terrible against us the last time we played him because they were going check down, they were going to the tight end, and that's what beats our defense. And we caused no pressure. The thing between us and Dallas is Dallas actually has players for the blitz and they cause pressure. We don't cause pressure. We have players like Josh Sweat who cause pressure, but he doesn't always get home every single time. So that's why I'm gonna go with Washington here by just 3 points, 26-23.
Oh man, you
All right,
gotta
have a good
go.
day, youngster.
You gotta go.
No, you did.
He kicked him. Foothills to go.
Yo, that's
Deuces.
hilarious.
Jordy, what do you got?
So, yeah, I'm going to have to take Philly on this one. It's going to be close, but 27-24. I mean, this is a team that's going to want to show up, and it's against a football team that may or may not also want to knock us out of the playoffs because, division rivals are always harder, especially when you're in playoff contention.
Oh yeah, and they want to be the spoilers.
No matter how good or bad, they're always going to try to knock you down. And it all depends on which team's going to want it more. And I think Philly's going to want it more. So we'll definitely see the young guys pull ahead in this one. And I think we can all be happy with that. And I am Jordy Fighter. I can be found on YouTube where I have many podcasts where I share my depression, the games we play, and apparently I might actually be expanding a little bit, but we'll see about that.
To be
We'll
continued. All right, SG, let it be known.
Yes, sir, man. For my score prediction, first of all, I am going to take not the Washington football team. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles in this one because I think even though Washington's getting all the players back and we're not applying pressure to a third string quarterback. Oh, we're not doing this. Oh, we're not doing that. Oh, we're not applying
That's
pressure
your
to a
impression of DPS.
Oh, we're not applying pressure to a running back. We're not playing good defense to a quarterback. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. You know what I gotta say? Shut the F up, number one. And number two, the Eagles will find a way to fix these freaking mistakes on Sunday when we will beat the Washington football team and when we will smash Heineke to shreds as well as anybody else that they have on the field as the Philadelphia Eagles will manage to beat the Washington football team 24-21. I know I said we would end up destroying them, but I meant that it would be closer because Washington is getting some of their players back. But the Eagles will beat Washington 24-21, and this will be a closer game than the first one that we played, but they had a lot of other backups than the last time, and they're getting players back, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Eagles still find a way to come out with the win, and they will sweep Washington on the season. Y'all can find me on YouTube, BLSG, search in the search bar. If you're subscribed to me, appreciate you. Follow me on Twitter, BLSG20. Give your boy a follow over there. And yeah, man, first of all, let's beat Washington on Sunday. And as always, man, fly was fly and big play. Stop arguing with me.
And basically what he just said was big play slay.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Where's that clip of Slay? Put that clip of Slay up.
AK, what do you say?
Listen, man, this has been a great Tuesday night. There is no reason at all that Washington should win this game. All right. We walk away with this one 32-13. I don't see their offense doing much. We have many veterans on this defense who have been here and know what it takes to win. Fletcher Cox and all them, they'll make sure that the pressure's there. We have the third overall defense when it comes to passing in the NFL. Slay, Nelson, I believe in them. Maddox, we'll be good to go, dude. And offensively, I think we'll be prepared. I think the short week threw us off, and we're good to go, man. So I say 32-13. And I am AK Eagles. Remember the name. Out here spitting facts. This isn't a game. This is Eagles football. Put some respect to the name. If you like what I say, like and subscribe. And always remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Peace.
Well said, my guy. Yeah, and I can't argue with.
Damn, no Wagyu, bro.
I know someone switched up the whole.
Oh, we need some Wagyu.
I'm mixing it up.
I was freestyling for a second.
All right.
Wagyu.
Hey, I can't argue with any of you guys except for Big Play Slay. That's why he got the boot, because he's picking the boot. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be a type of game where weather could definitely be a factor. So I think we're going to lean on the run game, and I think we're going to excel. So I think it'll be like 17-10 at half, one possession game. I think we win, though. I think we pull away in the second half. I think we win. My score prediction is going to be pretty close to AK's, was it? I'm saying 34-14 Eagles. 34-14 Eagles. We move to 9-7. And if Green Bay takes care of business and beats the Vikings, we're in the playoffs, guys.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Well,
And if isn't it that we need San Fran to beat Houston?
We need Houston to beat San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought it was Houston beat San Fran, Packers beat the Vikings, and we beat Washington.
Yeah.
We need all three things to happen? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, all of them need to happen. So we need. So obviously,
We know
need to win,
Houston
the
not beating
Packers need
San
to
Fran,
win,
though.
and the
Houston just
49ers
put it on the Chargers, and San Fran's going to not have Jimmy G. So,
Trey Lance playing?
Yeah, Jimmy G broken thumb and a torn UCL in his thumb as well.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Sheesh.
They haven't ruled him out, but last time I checked, like I said to AK earlier, you kind of need your thumb to throw a football in the NFL. So
That's on his throwing hand?
Yeah, oh yeah, thumb's right hand. Yep.
Sheesh. Oh, yeah, that's a wreck.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, you guys can always find me out here on the Nest out west, out here in Cali, holding it down for Eagles Nation. Your boy here, Philly Foothills Fuego. Gonna see you guys next time. So we up out of here. Love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I always say, each and every one of you, all of the FU crew out there, all the Philbillies, you guys are the absolute food in the water to the channel. Without you, it does not continue to survive. So if you're feeling the vibe, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep our dreams alive. And until next time, kick the beat, Fuego. We fly until we die. Stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing us on your screen. But most importantly, like I always say, keep it Fuego.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
And we out.
Let's go.